everybody. It's rainy. It's not too bad. It's like 8 degrees out. That's decent. Obviously, we are not going to be working at the back with the Mini because of the rain. It's too sloppy. So we are going to go work on a big block Chevy, put heads intake on it. It's actually going to get super busy here shortly. What's going on? We got a bunch of work to do with the Mini. Chickens are going out at the end of the month. New flock's going in. Manure is going to have to get spread. We got to get ready for corn and soybeans. Got to get the planches in the shop. Got a dyno this weekend. There's lots going on, so let's get to doing the big block. All right, we're working on a 496. We're going to put a set of Brodex. It's Brodex or Brodax? Brodex. Yeah, heads on it. They're a 119 chamber. It should give a little more compression. What's the spring rate of these?
I believe they're 175 on the seat.
175 spring pressure on the seat. We're hoping to give it another point of compression with the set of heads, and we're hoping for maybe 530 horse. We're not going to overachieve yet. We'll see what the dyno results go. But anyways, today we're going to set these heads on and torque them, show you torque specs, putting gaskets on, intake, all that fun stuff. Right now Owen's just chasing the threads so the bolts go in nicely, and we'll carry on once we so we're just getting ready to put the head gasket on, and we're just going to give it a copper spray, and that'll help it seal a lot better than just doing nothing. Nothing fancy. Anyways, we'll get that prepped, we'll put it on, and we'll drop the first head on. Just like that. Okay. Prepping the next one, we'll just talk about, this is a 496 big block Chevy. It's supposed to be 10.3 to 1 compression when we put these heads on it. It was closer to 9 something before. 9.3. But we don't want to go too much because it's a street motor. It's just got a small roller cam. It's going to be a fun motor when it's on the street. Put it on. This is a dowel, and there's going to be a dowel right here. You want to make sure those line up, and your head will just sit on perfect, so you don't have to worry about flip-flopping it around. But this is a really nice made head. Like, the castings are really sexy looking. Like, it's a work of art. And I'm not helping him because it's aluminum and somebody has to hold the camera. There we go. Okay. Just gonna put one quick bolt in there to make sure they fall off. But we're gonna take that one back out. So you want to put some thread sealant on all the threads and pop them all in. So I think there's 3 different sizes of bolts. Yeah. So 3 different size bolts. Short ones go on the bottom, long ones go here, and there's some medium-sized bolts in that pile, and I believe they go on the 2 very outside studs, or well, they're not studs, but 2 outside holes. For those medium ones. Okay. Thread sealant. Should get it all through the threads. Grease.
Whisker on the head, top of the head there.
Okay, we got all sealant, a little bit of grease. We're going to do the first torque. Gonna go over and torque those heads. There's a certain sequence and a certain torque spec. So here in the GM book is your sequence 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. So we're gonna start at about 25 foot-pounds, go up to about 50 foot-pounds, and then go up to 70 foot-pounds for these top ones. And for the very bottom ones, actually it's only 65 foot-pounds of torque. And then we'll get on to the intake manifold next, and there is your sequence for it, and I will look up the spec when we do that. Owen has dropped in the push rods. I'm going to put on the intake gaskets and drop the intake on, and we'll torque it.
You see these got the cutouts for the bolts that they were to have?
Yes. So I put a little silicone around the water jacket. before we set the lash, we're gonna prime this motor. You wanna see oil coming up and through. When it comes, I'll show you. We have oil pressure. Yeah. Right there. Easy. Okay. You see the oil coming up through your lifters here. Or your rocker arm, sorry. Rocker arm. Brain fart today. One is setting valve lash. We're setting to 0 lash. It's a hydraulic cam. Keep going. This guy opens up. But so when exhaust starts to open, you set the intake. And when your intake is near closed, you set the exhaust. Yep. There we are. So when you 0 lash it, you just feel when it stops turning the push rod, and then you give it a quarter to half a turn, sometimes 3/4, just depending.
Yeah, keep going.
Good. Alright everybody, that dyno went well. Quite enjoyed that. It went not too bad. I said it was going to make 530, made 526. Can't really complain. It is a street motor, it's pump fuel, low compression. Anyways, busy times coming up. We'll be getting ready to go planting, washing barns, hauling manure. It's going to be awesome. Cheers. Make sure you like and subscribe.